Righto.
It's ready to go.
Well, welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on this Friday morning, the morning before the big carnival up in Sydney, Pete.
Yep.
With the Doncaster and the TJ Smith and Bendigo Standalone.
Yeah,
the big Bendigo mile race.
Golden Mile.
And you've got all your tips ready. You've done the form, and you're on a roll after last week.
On a roll.
PB last week.
What did I do?
I'm not sure.
We're here. Our mobile base needs a bigger veranda, Darren. There's a little bit of precipitation here in Ballarat.
Yeah. Well,
what's new? Yeah.
Well, here we go again. We've been through summer and we've been through autumn, and
2 weeks autumn last fall.
I'm not sure it even lasted 2 weeks. Anyway, here we go. Last week's runners. Was it just the three?
We had the three all on the Saturday. Two at Flemington. We'll go to Avoca first because this will be short and sharp. Unfortunately, Rock and Roll Diva on debut. Finished last. Went shin-sore. She may as well run around on this. Well, no, not may as well. She potentially ran around on the track as hard as the concrete we're standing on. Yeah, she's going to have a little break now, get over the shin soreness.
First starter, disappointing because we waited forever to get to the track, and we turned up at Avoca on, well, what was advertised as a good 4, but according to the trainer, it was rock hard and the dams were overflowing, so he was a bit angry, the young Daniel, but disappointing for the owners to have that happen. We could have went to any other track probably in the southwest and we would have been okay, because she'd been trialling on tracks with, as you said, good giving them, and she turned up on a road and went 5 yards and said, I can't run on this.
That meeting should have been tomorrow. We would have had a wet track.
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe given the weather that a track would be so hard, but anyway, she's pulled up shin sore. She's had to go to the paddock, like Daniel said, take no notice of that. She's better than that. And we just got to start again, but unfortunately it takes 6 months.
Yes,
frustrating.
A hard one, frustrating, yeah. But
anyway, so that was Rock and Roll Diva.
Flemington, we had 2 runners. We had this is Australian Cup Day, obviously, and you were down there. We had Hasseltoff run 5th. His normal, honest run. It was not a bad race. I think the top 3 were all pretty good. He was the best of the rest, so to speak. I think now opportunity, that was 2,000 metres, is, well, the thoughts of the jockey were try him out over a bit further, and browsing the calendar, we've seen the Terrain Cup might be a nice option for him.
Yeah, it's interesting. His run was okay. He came around the corner and he sort of pulled out as if he was going to run right into it, then he just whacked away up the straight, but even his last 100 was probably his best again. And he's just teasing us about that, do I run 2400 or don't I? We don't know because we haven't tried him. And then Tom's come up with the idea that the Train Cup, which he won last year.
He did say that Hasseltoff's a better horse.
He did say he's a better horse, and being an open handicap, he'll be down in the weights a little bit. So, well, we might as well go to Trang. It's only 40 k's down the road from Warrnambool for
his best form is at Flemington, and they say Terang is the Flemington of the bush. So
yeah, well,
see what happens.
There's a lot of positives for it, but we'll have a good day down there. We'll head down. We're just trying to get organised with the club to find out if they can get us in a marquee or something and how much it'll be. But
be interesting.
We've got Des McKinnon on the job.
Yeah, Des.
Local legend from Terang.
Yeah, we'll have Wayne floating around.
Oh yeah, there'll be bronze statues of those 2 guys out the front of the track soon. Won't there?
Bronze
statues.
Not gold. Bronze.
Just bronze. Des and Wayne out the front of that track. So yeah, we're heading towards Terang Cup. Look, it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Right, it'll be interesting. We're down in the weights. I see Mr. Yendall does a bit for Dabening.
Yeah, Yendall, Coffee.
Yeah.
I think Coffee won it last year. You might want to go back to back.
I might want to go back to back. So.
But you can bet $1 million that Kerrimar will have 4 in it.
Well, it's position not
lead
far
up to the
Warrnambool, so there'll be horses there. But, you know, they'll be maybe up in the weights and we're down the weights. So.
Yeah, we want to change the entry conditions of the Trang Cup for this year. Only horses starting with H.
Trade by traders starting with D.
That's it. But it won't happen. Anyway, we'll look forward to that. His run was good.
Yeah.
He's honest.
Very honest.
That's his grade. And,
that was 10th run for the prep. He's hardy too.
He looks good. He looks super, the horse. So anyway, fingers crossed. We'll get down to Trang and we'll have a nice day out.
Dynam, Australian Cup, as it was, the out-and-out Group 1 horse in the race won it.
The best horse.
The best horse, and I mean, he's won 8 million. And
nothing was going to beat that horse, was it?
no, it was going to be a tragedy beating if he got done.
It was lengths better.
It's funny, James Cummings is not surprised, but he said this horse just continues to perform at that level. He said he actually went to the line like a Newmarket horse.
He did, didn't he?
He just went bang.
His turn of foot was amazing the last 100.
Steinem, well, look, she's obviously from the gate, we're always going to be back. She sort of was in a wide line, but I mean, gee, you got to be good even with cover to run down a horse like that.
Yeah, you run well from 4 wide, 3 wide with cover, but you don't win.
No.
Unless you're seriously better than them.
Yeah.
Look, she only got beat 5.5.
Yeah.
She raced flat. Harry said she raced flat. She didn't really ping, but probably a couple of things. One is she's covered a heap of ground.
Yeah.
Like she would have, I haven't looked at the meterage, but I would think she's covered 8 or 9 metres more than the winner.
Yeah.
Which is probably 3 lengths.
3 lengths for start.
So if she draws good, she probably runs maybe 4th.
Yeah.
And she's gone to the paddock, so she's been up a long time. She's been all over the place. She's been to Perth, and she come back and won a Group 2 at Sandown.
She pocketed a fair bit of money.
She won a lot of money, and she's gone out for a well-deserved break, and she'll be back for the spring.
And enhanced her value as well.
Yeah, she's a good mare, and they'll just say it was interesting Wednesday when Crackerjack Prince ran Pete. They were saying the winner of that race was very impressive, and last year's winner went on to running group races, and that was Steinem. He won a midweek at Sandown last year. So we sort of forget, don't you? A year later,
I think we get wrapped up
ones.
in the thing, but the progression of her has been enormous, really. So
there you go.
And look, you know, sometimes these mares they either come back and they can improve, because a prime example is Cyril Ao Miss at the moment, which, you know, she was a better horse, and then she's gone to a level again. There's no reason. I mean, she's lightly raced. Yeah,
and she's a Frankel. They get better with age.
Yeah. So we look forward to that.
And I suppose we might as
in the spring
talk about Crackerjack Prince.
Probably the run of all our horses, best run was him first up. Was it 1400?
Yep.
Top weight. Got a little
60
claim.
kilos.
Yeah, a little claim. Charged home, and to all our dismay, that backed her for a place or took her at a multi.
I couldn't believe it was $4 a place.
And I honestly live thought, well, we've nabbed third at least.
Oh no!
Friggin'
head was up. Head was up.
Worst part about it is you look at him flash like 100 metres after the post, and it's chasing down the winner. But
it was second after the line.
He was good though.
Look, credit to Archie. Look, he's just a lovely animal. He's had a great prep last time. I don't think he missed a place last time. No. So, yeah, he'll be winning the Saturday City race this prep pretty soon, I would think. He was trip fitter for that, and he's pulled up good. And the owner's going to have a hell of a lot of fun with him, but he was unlucky not to run a place. At $4.20 to place.
I was surprised that he was like $16 or $17 a win.
Those bloody multis, Pete, they're starting to cost me.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, but he's your... Like, all
he's
your
one
horse
to
you
follow
want. He's
for us.
so honest.
Yeah.
He's so honest.
Yeah, he's a bit like Hasseltoff. We just got to follow that horse.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yesterday, a few of us might have snipped in at $150, only because we've talked it up for about a month that when this horse returns, it could do something and shock us.
No, I didn't fall into it.
I told 2 or 3 people I'm waiting to run into him. So if you got to spare $2,
they'll probably run into you with a sledgehammer. We're talking about Frankly Rosie, Liam Howley trained Frankel filly, who once again was disappointing. She was up there punching for the lead. Look, in fairness, she had to do too much work, and I think she got beat 6 in the end, but she dropped out. As soon as she gets surrounded, she just tenses up and gives it up. Hard to see her winning a race.
Anyway, I can't cash my ticket in.
Hard to see.
I went from watching the race sitting down to with 600 to go. I stood up, Darren. Then I sat out quickly.
Well, I think he's going to give her one go over 2,400.
Yeah, one more, he said.
And then if she does nothing, she's online.
Righto. Pakenham's that night, last night.
Yeah,
Cracker Dance finished 4th, beaten a fair way, but I think it just shows where she is. She's that type of mare that'll win over 1.5 miles, placed well. She was honest, but that's her ability, I think.
I think she ran 4th.
Yep.
I think that was her 3rd start in her life. 2,000 metres of Pakenham.
Yep.
beaten 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, she's going to have to go back a grade and get out in trip. So 2400 at Wangaratta
Yeah, the
or
P2s. Benalla, I think they might have mentioned.
Out in the west somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can win a race for you, and then, you know, if we don't think she can go on, then as a group we'll have to sit down and work out what we do with her. You can't leave her in a highly costing metro stable if you're going to be running around the bush, and if she's not going to pay away, well, you probably don't want her anyway. So we'll just see what they say. I didn't want to talk to them last night because they had a catastrophic day.
Yeah, sad.
Price and Kent with the loss of On Thunderstruck, and some of our good friends are in that horse, Pete. So, if, you know, I really feel sorry for you guys that were in. I know you won a lot of money and you had a lot of fun, but that horse would have been like part of the family. It would have changed lives, and it's just a horrible thing to happen. It did happen to us about 5 or 6 years ago with a mare. Look, they just routinely go through these operations. They do probably 50, 60 a week, and every now and again a horse comes out of the anaesthetic and panics, and it'll just injure itself through no fault of anyone's other than putting all the weight of itself on one leg or falling over and smashing a hip. But in this case, yeah, it's just a tragedy. We don't talk about it when it happens to the unraced or the 64s, but when it doesn't, you know, I can't remember the last Group 1 horse that this happened to. I can't remember.
Well,
so
we had,
it's very, very rare, and it's very, very sad.
We've had experiences with obviously Heartbreak City back when he went back home, but in different circumstances, but losing him, and the good old Galloper Vows Tayo, you know, down in Tassie. They're all horses. You love them all, but you know when they've been really good to you, it's
an attrition rate.
It's so hard to sort of stomach.
So we left them alone last night. Didn't talk to them after the race, but we'll let the dust settle, and hopefully we can just find a race over 24 or 2600.
Fridays or a Sunday meetings, or those P2s on a Saturday. Where
get Yendel on there.
Yep.
Let him. He's got a new manager. He's given up managing himself.
He's not.
Got a new profile pick too, Pete. What's going on with Yendel? Midlife crisis?
Yeah, and
come on. You're close.
A couple of brain cells sort of jumped in there too. He's gone to Reece Murphy, who is Kira Ma's main man when it comes to form analysing. So not silly. I don't know.
How can you use those two words in the same sentence?
Not silly.
Yendel and not silly.
I'd give him one thing. He's riding really well, and you know I think he's in Sydney tomorrow riding some lightweight in the Doncaster.
Yeah, he is for OTI.
So yeah, Dano, we'll need you someday, mate. Maybe at Tarrag next week.
Can't get him now. He's a carnival rider.
So we actually ring Reece Murphy now, do we?
Yeah, got his number.
Carnival rider. See you at Waterwood and Tarrag.
He'll be at Hong Kong
carnivals.
He'll be at Hong Kong soon.
Oh, jeez. So they were our runners.
Right, where do we go now?
So we added 2 more fourths to the barrage.
I don't want to talk about fourths.
Tomorrow at Bendigo, Golden Mile Day, we have a dandy man in race 2. 1300 metre benchmark 70, Jared Fry. Scratch from Crackerjack Princess race on Wednesday.
Was that due to the rain?
Bit of that.
Or too strong?
Well, if it's too strong, it's probably gone to a race that's just as strong.
Right.
$80,000 benchmark 70. Be ridden, what are we drawn? Gate 8, so somewhere midfield in the running line. Bendigo, they can run on.
Beautiful track. Yep. You can come down the centre.
Well, I don't know about, you talk about rain.
No, it was warm up there. So.
Was it alright? So we'll probably have a slope.
It'll be a 5.
It'll be a 5. Some sort of each way chance. $11 in the market. Funny way to park your car down.
I was just seeing what she was going to do there, but drive straight into mine.
So $11 each way.
That's about right.
That's about where he is, isn't it?
4th?
Oh, not again. 3rd at least, please. 3rd.
Yeah, right. He's an each way chance.
Obviously, they've changed the tactics. Hopefully, they stick with those. And
right back and run on down the centre.
Yep. Sunday, we've got 2 runners down. Well, at this stage. Queen of Melwa, first up run
She's promising.
was good. Just an extra 200 metres suitor.
Winning chance.
Sale suitor.
Winning chance?
Joe Bowditch, yeah, I reckon.
What price?
$19 because there's a $1.40 thing in the race.
Oh, well, she's not a winning chance.
Maybe an each way place. Maybe.
Vanilla.
So we've got a dandy man into Queen of Melwa for the place.
That'll be about 15 to 1.
I think it was $4 and $3. 12,
no.
Yeah, 12, 15 to 1. Yeah, look.
If
she improves off her first up run, she's a place chance.
Do you think she might be one that maybe 3rd up to go?
No, yeah.
All right.
Two-Bay Shore is in the 1700 metre benchmark. I think it's 64. He was scratched from Crackerjack Princess Race.
He probably won't run at sale because it's heavy 10. It's heavy 10.
And we've drawn 11-11.
And it's a heavy 10. I know he's non for Ballarat on Tuesday.
It's a shame because he's $2.60 in early markets.
But he can't win on heavy 10.
So you're right, there's him along with about 4 others.
I reckon if he's $2.60 a sale Sunday,
That'll be even money at Ballarat.
it'll be $2.10 at Ballarat.
We don't want too much more rain here at Ballarat.
Don't know what the forecast is.
That is Wednesday, so we're...
Wednesday, is it?
I think the forecast is rain early next week.
I've got work to do. I'm not ready for rain. He's ready to win as well. He's just crying out for the mile, isn't he? So
Well, we've got 1700, which is better still.
But anyway, look, he'll either go to Sale or Ballarat next week, or he could even hang on. There's another good race there later in the week worth a lot of money. So we'll just have to monitor the forecast. But he definitely won't. We should not be running on the wet.
No. Other nominations for Ballarat. Arthurian Princess, which is also nominated for Kyneton on the Tuesday. Norma's Fleet with Dabernick, also nominated for Ballarat, and the Stratum Star, Samurai Star with Mitch. He's definitely going to Ballarat.
They're all first starters.
Yeah, definitely going to Ballarat.
So 3 first starters nommed.
Yeah, I think.
We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, so those fields won't be out until Monday for Wednesday. So we'll see what happens there. And Mean Girls, who was nominated for, I keep thinking Cudgy, but it's Mudgy. But got balloted out, and she'll run next weekend.
Yeah, the weekend after.
Yeah, Sunday week. I don't know any more apart from that, but if any...
Got a few first starters there turning up.
You made an interesting observation that half of our team are unraced.
Yeah, there's out of the 46 on the books, 23 are unraced at this point, but 3 of those are going to debut in the next week or so. So that will change quickly. Guess we go on to the competition winners for last week.
Where do we go?
Gail Matthews.
Star.
Got the big double.
That is a good effort.
Wasn't it? Arapaho and...
That is a good effort getting to Arapaho.
And what was the other one?
Cascadian.
Cascadian.
I think.
53-1.
Good stuff, Gail.
Never had a cent on it, she said.
Arapaho.
Couldn't believe she got it.
Arapaho. What's it, Braden?
Oh, it's a Loop de Vega.
Loop de Vega, yeah.
So, well done to her. So, the prize pack, she's already got it, Pete. How efficient am I?
Bang. Where'd you run into her?
No, I posted it.
Ah.
And
what about
John
the
Rose.
jockeys?
John Rose.
John and Gina, they're fighting the jockeys.
They are. They're going to have more ATB merchandise in their house than I have.
Was that Ben Mallow? No, who was the jockey?
Who was the jockey? Yeah, Ben Mallow.
Ben Mallow, he rode
3 winners.
Yeah.
So, this week.
Righto. So what are we're up in Sydney,
I think what we'll do this week, we'll go with the leading jockey in Sydney.
Yep. Joe Maria is there this weekend.
I know, he had 5 or 6 rides on Wednesday for nothing.
Yeah, righto. Just wait.
I think we'll go with the leading jockey in Sydney because that's where the big racing is.
So same principle.
3, 2, 1.
And nominate your points.
Yep, nominate your points. So let's go. Let's change it up to Sydney.
Yep.
And for the big double,
the TJ.
Let's go with the TJ Smith into the Bendigo Mile.
Oh, righto. Yeah. I reckon Josh Julius could win the Bendigo Mile.
I knew driving in here today you were going to say
it's
that.
Wet.
I knew you were going to talk it up.
4th beating a length behind. I can't remember what they were in the Group 3 race.
Driving
58. It should have 62.
Pete will be all over this.
Yeah,
Pete will be all over.
I reckon it's a special. At $8.
Well, that's just slander.
Just folk.
Big can't win.
Just folk.
All right, so
they're all talking about that Buddha.
Give me a double. TJ Smith.
Yeah, Nature Strip will bounce back.
If he doesn't, he's retired.
Yeah, and Giga Kickle. If Giga Kickle him, but I'm going Nature Strip.
Nah, I reckon he's like me, Nature Strip, past his best.
Righto.
And the All-Star, the Bendigo Mile.
That's 50-1.
Yeah, well, you didn't take it. You can take it.
I'd have a bet, except I backed the 150-1.
So please just email them in to me, Darren at atbloodstock.com.au, and we'll have a bit of fun with that this weekend and give us a bit of focus on Sydney and Bendigo. I reckon Mr. Bowman might have a winner at Bendigo. Got a very, very smart...
it is me. Should have won at Flemington.
I reckon he's very confident
There's a double, the Bowman Julius double.
I
Yeah,
reckon
it
that
was a
horse,
certainty.
$5.50.
It's $5.50, is it?
$5.50, Pete.
$5.50 to $8.
I reckon
That's
you could-
50 to 1
You could double that up
with just fake.
You might as well chuck in Lindsay Smith's horse there. He's a Queen Air at $2.
Oh, it's first
You can
rate.
just go the 100 to 1, Pete.
If you've got $100 to bet with tomorrow, you'll have 200 after the first race because it'll just win by streets.
But you can
and,
take your 4 multi.
and then it'll go and win the South Australian Oaks.
It's a very good horse.
Yes.
Anyway, that's the runners for tomorrow, and that's all the late mail.
Just put a slide through 3 quickly there.
We'll talk about that next week. How
And
we went.
all sort of donations after Just Folk. When I'll put my bank details up shortly.
Put your entries into Darren at atbloodstock.com.au.
Because if they come to me, they're scratched.
Put your complaints into Peter at atbloodstock.com.au. Well, I reckon you'll get more emails than I do.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap it up there now that the rain stopped, and we're going to go about our business. So you guys have a great weekend. The dogs bounced back last night over Melbourne.
Yeah, it was
Who's Carlton play?
GWS.
You go?
I'll be going mad if they get done.
Is it up there?
Yeah.
So you're not going?
No.
I thought you might be going watch the footy and then go to the races.
I planned to go to the Good Friday game against North. Like I picked the matches. I got to go to the Ballarat Greyhound Cups on Good Friday.
So
night.
is it the Ballarat Cup in the dogs?
Yes.
Like the actual cup?
Yes.
And it's on Good Friday?
Yeah, the heats are on tonight, which I've got to go to.
I don't call it the Easter egg or anything?
No, Ballarat Cup.
No,
Greyhound
what-
Cup.
Wow. That's
really
exciting.
disappointed.
That's exciting.
Got to hang around on Good Friday to go to the dogs.
So what happens there? They just serve up fish burgers?
Well, that's a good point. Easter eggs, maybe.
Wonder
Yeah, I
if there'll be a
didn't think of that.
sausage in the barbie or it'll be all fish. Fish fingers.
Geez, that might divide the
We'll
community.
find out next week, listeners. Pete can report
we'll
back.
we'll have to do this Thursday.
Yeah,
next
we're
week.
doing a Thursday.
Yeah, righto.
Yep, Thursday.
I'll give you a few dog tips.
I'll be back from the Sydney sales and I'll let you know what happened up there.
And forecasting forward, Sabi.
Sunday.
Sabi-san's got his open day. And
At
then
Tabilk.
and 3 weeks after that, Andrew Bobbin's got his.
Now that's this Sunday, 11 o'clock at Saab's farm. I went up there yesterday. He's done a lot of work there. It's 11 o'clock. Don't forget daylight saving ends.
Oh, it does too.
And I don't know how people are going to find that farm. It's a little bit tricky.
Righto. So when do you put Navman on? When you get to
Well,
certain...
I don't know if Navman actually takes you. I think he's going to put balloons on the corners.
I thought you meant hot air balloons. Saab in the hot air balloon.
Well,
Alright.
he's going to put balloons on the corner of the road.
to Bilk, how far is that from the
it's
major
near,
base?
It's near
Seymour?
Nagambie.
Nagambie.
You can drive up the Hume, turn off as if you're going to Nagambie.
Yep.
You go up there a bit, then you turn right, then you turn left, then you turn right, down a back road. But if you're driving around lost and you see this big green shed as big as a Woolworths supermarket with Erinvale written on it, that's it.
Right.
Because I was driving down this dirt road yesterday called Plain Road, because it runs off Plain Road, and I saw this big green shed with Erinvale written on it. I thought, oh yeah, that's it. It used to be Erinvale stuff.
You need to wipe that off, put Sabasan's home or something on there.
That's a long way up.
Right.
It cost a lot of money, I reckon.
Anyway, that's something to look forward to Sunday.
So, yeah, we'll be there Sunday. We're going up. He's parading a few horses to sell, and he's going to get Serious Suspect out.
Yep, he'll probably.
And everyone's going to go and pat him.
Yeah, Saab would be nearly wanting to bring him back into work with him.
I hope not. And, yeah, we should have a good day up there at the Hassan Ranch.
Hassan Ranch.
Well,
Beautiful.
until next week, Darren Dance, Peter Morgani will report back as to the food and beverage at Saab Hassan's as well as the Ballarat Dog Track.
See you, everyone.
Enjoy.
Bye.